The subject is omniscience of the macro-psychic entity. The macro-psychic entity is omniscient. The microcosm is not. Why not? The micro-psychic entity cannot become omniscient because of its limited capacity to reflect itself on any physical or psychic objectivity. But in the case of the macro-psychic entity, everything comes within its scope. There is no special endeavor and no necessity for a special effort to know anything, because all things are within him and all are within his ectoplasmic dispersion. A macrocosm can know an object, a particular object for a particular span of time, but not for all spans to come or all spans of the past. It has been said, Tatra Niratishayam Sarvagya Vijam. When the macrocosm wants to transform itself into macrocosm, then there develops the desire for all-knowingness, for omniscience in the macrocosm also. Regarding that phase of the microcosm, it has been said, Tatra Nirati Sayam Sarvagya Vijam. Just see the pitiable condition, the miserable condition of a microcosm. Most of you do not know what happened to you 100 years ago. Most of you do not know what your social position was 200 years ago. Though certainly you had a social position 200 years ago, something happened to you 100 years ago, but you have forgotten everything. But the macrocosm knows everything. When you come in close proximity to the macrocosm, you will be able to know, you will be able to see everything of the past, present and future. So to forget or not to know the past stories of your life, say from 100 or 200 years back, does not increase your prestige. It is not a matter of glory for you, but you can do one thing. You can be in close touch, close proximity and love with him and know everything. And that is the best secret. People will then say, that little boy, he knows a lot. Actually, the little boy knows nothing. He is in love with the great. That is why he knows everything. Now, everything that is known to the macro-psychic entity is within its infinite structure, within its infinite framework. Everything is within, nothing is without. Everything is his internal mental projection, intra-psychic projection. That is why he knows everything and will always know everything. And for individuals, for micro-psychic entities or microcosms, almost everything is external. There lies the imperfection. And what is the spiritual practice of a spiritual aspirant? His is a movement, a never-ending movement from imperfection towards perfection, from electronic imperfection towards nuclear perfection. Regarding him, it is said that everything is his intra-psychic projection and that the creation is a macro-psychic connection. That is why he requires no limbs, no sensory or motor organs. Everything is realized within his mind. But in the case of the microcosm, most things are externally situated. That is why in order to express himself, the microcosm requires motor organs. And to take knowledge and sensory perceptions, he requires sensory organs. But because the cosmic entity requires no motor organs or sensory organs or motor organs, he is infinite. He is a non-corporeal entity. When the common point between Sagun and Nirgun, the tangential touch of Sagun and Nirgun comes in contact with any twinkle mental body, then we say that Tarak Brahma has come. In that case also the nucleus is there. That is why he is also omniscient without the help of sensory or motor organs. That is the secret, and that is why it has been said regarding him that apanipado yavano grihata pasyatasya chakshu sa srinotya karana sa vetti vettam na cha tasyasti vetta tam hure griham purusham mahantam. He does everything without the help of his pani. Pani means hand. The name of one Puranic goddess is Veena Pani. He has no pani but touches everything. Pado. He has no legs but he is everywhere. He moves everywhere. At the same time, he is in Patna, in Mokama, in Samastipur, and on all other planets, stars, etc. Yavano Grahita. He moves without taking the help of legs and hands. I said it is a circumrotatory entity. Circumrotatory entity. Moving around oneself and around nobody else is called circumrotation in English. Pasyattasya chakshu sa srinotya karana. You see, for your mental creations, you require no optical nerves. You require no extraocular vision. You see everything, and similarly, he hears the inner language of anything and everything without the help of his ears. Not only the external sounds, but also the sounds coming from the deepest core of each and every living entity, conveying all its urges and aspirations. So, vetti vedyam na cha tasyasti vetta tama hurgar griham pursam mahantam. He knows everything that is knowable. He knows everything that comes within the periphery of knowledge or wisdom. But there is no second entity to know him. To know him, one is to merge oneself in the ocean of the microcosm. There is no alternative.